Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Chick Picker! I'm early. I don't know how I did it, but I'm early. uh, how's everybody doing today? Oh my gosh, it's Friday. It's the last Friday of September 2019. You'll never have another day like this. That's the truth. Let me go find the chat here. Let's see. Do that and bring up the chat and click on that. I overslept again as I stayed up too late. Okay, get the chat going here and move it over here. I'm talking to myself. There you go. All right. We are ready to go. And nobody else is here. It's all me, baby. Hello. Good morning. Wake up. Todd, Sally, Kathy. Yoo-hoo. Tom. Nobody expects me to be on this early, so I understand. There's nobody even in the chat. All right. There's Maggie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, I think. No guarantees, but I think.
Any day you get out of bed, you're doing a little bit all right anyway.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
I'm trying to get, good morning, Gina.
Morning, Gina. Mr. Sadie.
Mr. Sadie.
Oh.
I'm finishing up an FBA box this morning, so I need to look at that while I talk, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, not at all. You do what you need to do. I have not had a chance to get a box together this week.
This week. Yeah.
With the car thing and
yeah.
And I really haven't, like yesterday I didn't go anywhere. Yeah, with this whole week being the way it's been, it's just kind of been messed up. So
yeah, it throws you off your
your
routine. Morning, Hank.
But I think technically I did do a box this week because I think I took it in. I think I dropped my box off. Did I? I think so. I think I dropped it off this Monday.
So it hasn't
Possibly.
hit yet. It hasn't hit the warehouse yet.
No, it's still processing, I think.
So, yeah.
So technically, I did do a box this week.
You did, but you have a box.
It was just
live this week. So there you go.
I guess I'm not too bad off.
I mean, it's a good goal, to get one.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't, the best laid plans. You just do what you can.
Yep, that's it. That is it.
I need to get some clothing listed. I particularly need to get some plus size clothing listed. I haven't listed anything in that plus size closet for about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not good. Got to keep feeding that Poshmark beast.
Yes, you do.
And then I don't know if I told you I screwed up 2 packages last week.
Yeah.
Did I? So I printed out my printer spit out 2 of the same label, and
Okay.
instead of immediately tearing one up, I ended up putting the same label on 2 packages.
Oh gosh.
And then I didn't know what the heck to do, so I emailed Poshmark, and they're so nice about it.
Hmm.
They said, "Let us look into it, we'll take care of it," and then they sent a shipping label to the buyer to send it on to the next buyer, but
Oh,
they didn't
good.
charge me for it so far as I know.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
Maybe it'll come off of the end or something.
balance or something, yeah, maybe when they accept it, it'll be deducted from the cost of the item. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it was just so nice, like, not to have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a notice this morning that it's on its way to the other buyer, so
Awesome.
yeah, so that went really smoothly. I was pretty happy with their customer service.
Well, the thing is I think, they're a lot more, I don't want to say lenient, but they realize that we're human and things happen,
Yeah,
you know? And that's the bottom line right there, is that, there's sometimes things like that
yeah,
go, and there's nothing we can do. And so at least they have a process, um you know in hand, that they can say, okay, this is what we're going to do, no
right.
problem, don't worry about it. It's a done deal. Hank says, don't feel bad, Maggie, I'm still waiting for a $121 refund from voiding a label
Oh my gosh.
from that shipping. Oh no.
Yeah, I remember that the other I was hoping they would because it was such an obvious big mistake, they would
Was
give me
that
that
through
refund.
Poshmark?
No, it was eBay, I
That
think.
was eBay? Okay.
I think she put in the wrong weight on the package or
Oh,
the wrong dimensions, I think.
okay.
With that dimensional shipping now.
Yeah.
Morning, bum crack. Morning, Gino. I said, good morning. Good morning, Texas, Brenda.
Well, hopefully it won't be too much longer.
Mm. I
And
mean,
they'll
I've
get.
waited for up to, I hate to say it, I waited for up to 2 weeks to get
Oh yeah.
a shipping
Yeah,
label.
they're not in any hurry to get it done. Oh gosh. Well, hopefully they'll get that done soon, and you won't have to worry about it. You can just move on.
Yeah, sometimes you just blip, 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 click before you really review it or look it over. You get so,
Yeah. I mean, for me, I kind of complain that I have to get up and go over to the scale and to the shipping area and all that. But it's kind of good, because then I have to come back to the computer a couple of times, and I can not to, I've made mistakes, there's no
yeah.
doubt about it, but it gives me a couple of chances to look at it before I start, you know, clicking buttons.
And I think that's why the mistake with the Poshmark, because on eBay and Amazon, I print a packing slip for every order, and
Hmm.
then I check the packing slip against the label, and then I check and double check. But with Poshmark, you don't have that packing slip, so
Right.
you just have that label, and yeah, yeah. But
Yep,
I was
that's true.
stupid, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Mr. Sadie, it takes a second to pay for a label, and it takes days to get it back.
No doubt. Morning, Texas Brenda. Bum crack picker. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I wasn't going to start that early. Um,
I was surprised when I wait a minute, it's not 9 o'clock yet.
but yesterday was such a mess up. I didn't get started yesterday until like it was about 8:20 by the time I got, because the link was, I don't know. It was just a big mess.
You couldn't connect to YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
couldn't connect to YouTube, and And yeah, so I was glad I was able to get right in, this morning. So I'm like, well, if I can get in, I better do it now.
Yeah. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Carol.
Carol. Let's see. I think it's supposed to be warm today here. Like, well, they said we're supposed to have severe weather this morning or today. Yay.
It's cool here, but we're supposed to go up to 77.
Oh, that's good.
And my sisters are coming to spend the weekend, so
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
looking forward to it. It'll be fun. So I want to get this FBA box out before they get here.
Yeah. It's supposed to be 87 today.
Oh wow. Wow, it's really warm.
And yesterday was pretty it was a pretty awesome day yesterday. It was in the 70s. It wasn't too cold, but it wasn't too hot. It was a really nice day. But yeah, they're saying watch out because you have severe weather coming.
Oh yikes.
So I know
Michael
what I'll be doing.
said he heard on the radio Montana is expecting like snow.
Yeah, blizzard.
Oh yikes.
They're supposed to be getting blizzard up there. It's too
Cow.
dang early for that.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about that.
It's way too early for that. I don't like it.
No, me neither.
But hopefully it won't be too bad of a winter. There's this, and I think it's like a farmer's tale or whatever, but we have these little black caterpillars that we see in the road and stuff, usually about this time. And if there's a lot of them, the farmers say that that's going to be a really bad winter. And if there's a few of them, then it's not going to be as bad. And there's only a few of them. Usually, if it's, I mean, you've got to be really worried if the road's like covered with them, But yeah, so it's from what I've seen, there's not that many on the road. So
No, so
I
maybe
got my fingers are crossed. I hope. I hope. I do not want snow.
I don't like snow. I don't like it one little bit. Good morning, Liz. We have those spotted lantern flies here
Uh-huh.
that they're telling people to kill, that they're really what's the word I want? Invasive.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't seen too many of them. I think they're more up in the city than they are right down here.
I see. Sherry says we have an oak tree that produced the most acorns I've ever seen in my life. The squirrels can't even handle them all. So we are a tad concerned that what that might mean.
Oh,
That's true.
squirrels are storing up the acorns.
Mhm. Crazy. Mr. Sadie's getting ready to move his boss. That's good. But he says, I hate moving. That's probably one thing that I hate. I hate it a lot. Um, and there was a time in my life where I think I moved like 5 or 6 times in a period of a year. And that's a lot. That's a whole lot. But, circumstances and job changes and stuff like that, you do what you got to do, but
Yeah.
I think it was right before Sally moved to Michigan, and I was living with her at the time, and I swear, like, we've all lived with each other at one point, you know,
Right.
in our lives. And so I live with Sally, and because she was moving, I had to move my stuff. I moved in with a friend, and then I think I found me and my sister, my other sister, we found a house that we were going to rent, and so I moved from that friend's house to the house. Yeah, that may not have been 5 or 6 times, but it felt like it.
Yeah. I feel like we
moving
moved.
moving all your stuff, and
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. And when
but
we sold our house a few years ago, and we lived there 20 some year, 25 years. We went into the garage and we found boxes in the back of the garage that we had
oh,
put in there when we moved in 25 years ago. And
oh
so
wow,
and I said to Michael, we should just just get rid of them. If we haven't missed them in 25 years, we don't need the stuff that's in them, right?
yeah,
But of course we opened them and it's like, oh,
you got
I remember this. So now
you got
some of that
to open
stuff is in boxes in this girl, this shit.
them. Well,
I know. We love our stuff. Good morning, Beth.
morning, Beth.
It's like Beth is
She's
watching from work.
Yep, she's watching from work. Yeah, Carol, my listing, jewelry listing is going good. Um, I did break down and buy as much as I did not want to. I bought a small box, one of those picture boxes, a light box or
Oh,
whatever
like a
it's
little
called.
late. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was, I don't know. It's flimsy. It's cheap. Um, I got a pretty good deal on it, so um, I think I paid $20 for it. It's big enough where I can, picture some larger items, but it was definitely just basically for the jewelry. I wanted to be able to picture my jewelry because I didn't really have like a confined space where I
Right.
could list that. So the jewelry listing is doing well. I've been trying to list at least 10 pieces a day. Um, besides my list of because I have a list of items that I kind of have a schedule as far as listing. Okay, Todd, he said he'll be there soon, getting an oil change. Earl change.
All change.
Um, yeah, so I just kind of have a list of like Sundays, I'll list jewelry. Monday, I'll list clothes. Tuesday, hard goods. Um, Thursdays, shoes. Fridays, clothes. I do clothing every other day just because I have so much of it.
Right.
Um, and jewelry is kind of the same way because I probably have just as much jewelry as I do clothing.
Really. But see, jewelry at least is small. It doesn't
It
take up
is.
much.
Yeah. I mean, now that I've went through, I haven't went through everything. I only have, I think I have just a few boxes up there, a few little shoe boxes, and then think I have one more place that I have some more jewelry, but I really don't have I don't have as much as I did when I first started. I'll just say that. Um, I have a big tote of just basically crafters
Yeah.
stuff, stuff that I can't sell. And so I just put it in a crafter's lot.
in a lot.
Hmm.
What does a general lot like crafter's lot go for?
Um, I don't know. I list them for $20 for usually 5 pounds.
Okay.
That's kind of what I do. Um, yeah. So
Liz says she has so much inventory to list right now. If she sources anything, someone better put me in a straight jacket. That's the way I feel. I have so much stuff right now, and yet we still keep going out.
oh gosh, yeah.
Well, we go out for books because I like to keep that FBA churning. But when you're in the store,
Hmm.
those racks of clothing call to you.
Right. That's another thing that I do need to do is I know in this town we do have a library, believe it or not, in this town.
Oh,
And it's small. It's very, it looks like maybe one of those one room school
oh, yeah,
houses that they used to have, you
yeah.
know. I've never been inside of it. Um, and like you said, most libraries have an area where they,
You have books for sale.
have books for sale. So um, I need to go into that library, and then there's another couple of libraries close by that I need to go into and see what they got.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
Yeah, we make the rounds of them. Um, and do you send books in have you sent books in?
I have, yeah.
You send them in the same box as like other things? You just put it all in
Yeah,
stuff them all in the same box? Oh, cool.
yeah, yeah. I'll send them. I'll send them all in the same box.
Mm.
So yeah,
Oh,
I'd like to find one of those church sales.
oh, I love church sales. They're probably my absolute favorite. Liz, I'm jealous you have one tomorrow.
Uh,
Cheap. Yeah. I really like the church sales.
yeah, I
Fun crack.
as
I would love to see you on the YouTubes.
yeah,
That could be a big
absolutely.
that could be a big event, Imagine
Oh
how
my
many people
gosh,
you get for that.
man,
People
you
would
would
fight over the right to have you reveal yourself on their channel.
no doubt about it. Oh, Beth says she's worked through her
Wow.
disability. You are so lucky. I don't think I will ever uh, manage that. I just don't think that's
I
ever
don't
going to happen.
think I will either. And I tend to pile stuff up. Like I get a bunch of stuff in and then I look through it and I think, oh, this will be easy to list. That won't be. I'll put it aside. And then I have this box of little more difficult to list things. And I
Hmm.
look at it and then I ignore it. And then I pile another box on top of it. And then
And it, and then you don't have to think about it anymore.
right. If you can't see it.
So true.
She donated a lot of it. That's a great idea. Just get rid of this stuff.
See, I still have that storage unit, and it's pretty packed
Oh, right.
of stuff that I moved out of the house and put over there, and so I really need to start going through that and but I think that was kind of around the same time that I really kind of dove into like the free people and the anthropology and
Right.
really trying to you know get through that. So um I don't know.
Do you mostly find that stuff at the Goodwill, like when you go into the city?
Yeah, yeah, usually that's where I find um the majority of that stuff, and I think it's just because it's a bigger city. um the town that I go to, just like my local thrift, it's 20 miles away. um but that's as close as there's one. So but they're more, it's more just like the mall brands and um the Maurices, which the Maurices sell, you know.
Yeah, I just found a Maurice's yesterday. I've never sold it.
Yeah, I mean that stuff does sell,
Yeah,
but they carry a lot more of that. The Wranglers and the every
right.
once in a while I'll find, a good um brand there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, just because you find Anthro or you find Free People doesn't mean it's going to sell.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it can definitely sit on the shelf, just as long or longer
Yeah,
um, than a mall brand. So yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I think for me, I think it's just I have to stay true to the style, the size.
right.
Uh, I really try hard not to buy small and extra small if
Me
I
either.
can if I can get away with it.
No, I
Um,
agree. I agree with you.
unless the only reason I would do that is if I thought it was just a super cute
So cute. So yeah,
and I know that it would sell.
right.
You know, um,
Did you find though that you're getting better at like I find that more of my stuff is selling quicker,
hmm
which to me means uh, I'm having a better eye, I'm
yep,
getting a better sense. And it's taken me a few years. Like what? I've probably been selling clothes now for 2 years.
yeah.
So it's been taking me a while to be able to pick out that stuff. Nikki,
I
I don't know if she's good
Morning,
morning.
Nikki. Um,
I'm not turning my camera on.
okay.
That's
I'm
okay.
not gonna I'm not gonna subject you guys to this.
Good morning, Mike.
It's bad.
I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I think when I used to sell men's clothing years ago, I really noticed like like a difference between then and now because I forgot all that crap. But I mean, I used to be able to, just sit there and type out what the hell it was and not even have to think about it. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
like the styles or the like double breasted or this or that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
different keywords
hmm
that you use for men's clothing, and I wouldn't even have to think about it. And I just, I mean, I could touch
Yeah,
something and it felt quality and that, you
yeah,
know, I don't have that anymore. But
yeah,
I think you probably still have that, but you just got to, kind of refresh it.
yeah,
I think it'll
this,
come back to you.
it'll come
this
back
is
to you.
years and years and years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
I used to sell that stuff.
But I mean that's definitely the thing of I enjoy having different things, different um, like clothing and jewelry and
Yeah,
shoes. I like having a lot more variety than just clothing.
yeah,
Um, but I could never really decide on, what I'm going to list any particular day, you know, um, because I don't know. I kind of get into these little, um, what am I trying to say here? Like, I'll get into clothing really hard, and that's all I'll list.
Right.
And
yeah,
then I'll get kind of bored with that and start with jewelry, and that's all I'll list.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I wanted to make some kind of a list, so I'm touching all of it during the
yeah,
week
In a week. Yeah.
and and getting rid of, getting some of it listed, rather than just, ignoring one part of it and and not really paying any attention to it. So, um, and really my shopping my thrift store visits have been less and less. Um, I mean, just like the other day, I went to lunch with my mother-in-law, and we went by the thrift store, and I picked up a few things. I mean, I didn't fill the cart or anything, a couple of pairs of shoes, and I don't even think I bought any clothing. But you know, I'm not cleaning up. I'm not going to the bag sale and cleaning house. You know, I just don't. Number one, I don't have the time for that, and I don't have the space. Um, so
Where do you put this stuff?
that's kind of where I'm at with that. Just trying to, I guess, do things a little smarter. I guess, because I am just one person, and you can only do so much in a day. There's only 24 hours in a day, and so you can only do so much. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I wanted to say Mike, the crazy card, he got to 1,000 subscribers
Oh,
last
way to
night.
go, Mike.
Yeah, he
Yay.
did. He did it.
Congratulations, buddy.
That's great.
Well,
Very-
he's got good stuff on there. Everybody should be sub to him.
Absolutely.
He finds some good shit at the auctions. I mean, I find good stuff too. I always forget to make videos, but yeah, he always finds good stuff.
Yeah, he does.
I like watching his videos.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good eye.
Yeah, he does.
He can definitely spot. He spots some pretty darn good stuff. So
Yeah, his videos are always so interesting to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, and he describes them good.
and the fact with that is, I mean, if anything else, just to be able to watch. I mean, some of the things he gets and he puts on there is
Sorry.
so. I mean, I would never think that somebody would be looking at that or be
Right, it would never occur to me to pick up some of the stuff he picks up.
right.
Think, what?
Yeah,
But I guess my
definitely.
question to Mike is, does he have an eye that he can, everything he picks up mostly sells, or does he pick up a lot of stuff that ends up not being worth it? Curious about that.
Actually, I think most of his shit sells, and it sells for good money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And how
What do
long
you-
did it
what-
take to get?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Mike? Do you think that most of your stuff that you pick up at the auction, most of that stuff sells, or do you have a lot of stuff that
Mike needs to move so he gets better internet.
Yeah, does he have any duds, I guess? Does he
Come
have,
join us.
well, I know for a fact that he has been on other people's show.
Yeah, not without problems though.
oh, I just broke this CD case. Dang it.
He
Uh-oh.
doesn't want to be on yours, Valerie.
I know.
He's
Sometimes it's easier to be in the chat than to be on somebody's show. I understand. I completely understand that.
I actually prefer to be on the show. No, really, I don't have to pay so much attention to the chat, and I don't know, I can hear you guys better on here.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
sometimes just in the chat, I find myself talking like, you know what I mean? You're in the chat and somebody says something, and I say, well, and I think, oh, well, wait a minute, duh.
I mean, I pay attention. Well, I didn't mean to say it that way. You don't have to pay attention to the chat, because I do pay attention to the chat, but I don't have to type.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah, you can just
You
speak.
can just talk.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on if who all is in here. Sometimes you can't get a word in.
Well,
It's
this is
hard.
true.
Yeah, when that Todd is in here,
Good
Jesus, it's hard to
thing.
get in her
It's a
head, and
good
it's like,
Yeah.
thing.
Whenever Todd is on, yeah, you're not gonna get a word in
Yeah,
edgewise.
you might as well not bother.
No, just go home,
he'd be calling us punks this morning.
right? No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Oh, why won't this close? Oh, that's upside down. Oh, what the phooey.
Ugh.
No, it's not.
Why couldn't you be on a camera? You could.
Oh,
You.
Texas
Oh,
Brenda.
Texas Brenda.
oh,
Yeah, why not?
Why couldn't you? You could start off slow. You could start off just having your voice on camera basically. And so you could you could have your camera off and that'll kind of get you in the mood and then, kind of get you used to it. I used to be shy. I'm still shy.
believe it or not, I used to be shy on here, on making my own videos.
Yeah.
I used to be shy on there.
And one thing that I cannot do is I cannot rewatch the show.
No.
I
I
will
can't
not.
rewatch myself.
I do not like the sound of my voice.
No, me neither.
I hate it. So
I want to
yeah,
punch myself in the throat.
I usually will not rewatch the show.
No.
Just for that
That's
purpose.
why I don't edit.
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just like you're talking to your friends, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I'm talking to the computer as if my friend is right there.
Yep.
And that's just how I do it. That's how I look at it.
It's easier to talk on, well, I don't know, I can talk anytime, but I think it's easier to do it when you're on live because people are actually talking to you
Yeah.
Right.
than when making a video,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know, but Liz says my voice. Yeah, I hate the sound of my voice too. But you just don't listen back to it. That's all.
You don't worry
But
about
really
it.
and truly, I mean, your voice isn't as bad as we think it is. Like, like my voice probably isn't as bad as I think it is, but I hate my
Right.
voice.
Right.
I listen to Valerie all day long and I don't see anything wrong with her voice, but she hates it.
I
You know.
I just can't. Anytime I hear the recording of that, I'm just like, oh my God. I can't believe anybody is actually on there listening to me because I sound horrible.
Yeah,
And you really don't.
It's just a perception,
Yeah.
So that's all it is. So, if people could come in and listen to us, they can listen to you too. And I will even tell you this, like you could even come in and not even say anything. You can kind of just work your way into it. I don't know. It's an option.
Yeah, you could because
See, I'm trying to talk you into it now.
you could because then you
Oh,
just sit here and eventually somebody will say something you want to answer, and you'll answer, and there you are. Morning, Shirley.
Texas
you have a
Brenda
lot of
says,
people.
yeah, bum crack, we can do it together. There you go. Sounds like a plan.
You guys got a lot of friends. Your friends don't care
No.
what you sound like or what you look like.
Nope.
Alrighty.
That's right, Beth. She said people will put up with your voice, looks, whatever, if your content is good.
My content isn't good, but they still listen to me.
See, you're doing great. You're doing great, Texas Brenda, because she says, I've worked my way up to messaging. I used to be a stalker.
Oh,
See? So now it's time to make that next move. Jim and Tara says, I thought I saw you bum crack picker on someone's show for a short time.
Yeah, I thought he was on somebody's show one time too.
I don't think he's ever been on anybody's show.
Oh, look at Todd. He's so sweet. Hi, Mary.
Morning, Mary. Yeah, we love mystery bum crack picker. I'm convinced you're a droid that never sleeps. Nope, he's never been on a show.
Either that or he drinks an awful lot of Red Bull.
Man.
he
He did say that he got a little 4-hour nap in, so that's good.
That's the way I used to be. 2 to 4 hours a night, I was good to go. I need my sleep now though. I mean, I still only sleep like 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, but still.
I keep telling myself I gotta get more rest and everything. But last night, here I was again. It was 11:30 at night, and I was still up. I was over on Tommy and Tracy's channel, and yep. They're like, I said, "Oh, good night," and they said, "You're still here? What in the heck are you doing awake still?
Yeah.
You got a show to run tomorrow." Oh.
I was up till 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Just putzing around, doing stuff. Watching weird YouTube videos.
I can't.
Hi, Lori.
Oh, Maggie got knocked out. Dang it.
Got knocked out.
Well, she got kicked out of the stream, I guess. Darn it.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Lori.
Good morning.
Morning, Sassy. How's your morning going?
Yeah, well, you can see how mine's going. I got somebody.
Somebody wants loving.
Yeah.
Wants to snuggle.
Yeah. It's been a job. Got 10 more days to go.
Oh my gosh.
I tried putting a little doggy diaper on her, but she squirmed right out of that. She's like, nope, I want no part of that. And I tried putting it on the other dog, and he chewed it off. So.
Oh, Sassy Seller says no work today at the beach. That sounds like fun.
Nice.
I would love to be at the beach right now.
Me too.
It's too cold to be at the beach here.
I
here too, but I got a metal detector, so I'd find something to do.
Oh yeah. No doubt about it. I'm kind of excited about, moving a little closer to the beach. I mean, I don't know how Texas beaches are or anything, but hey, there's water, there's sand. That's good enough for me. So
I'd be scared to even dip my toes in southern waters.
Nah.
You're stuck here, sissy. Hold on. Let me see that.
Nah.
You pulled my ear thingies out. You're pulling them out. Yeah, let's do it.
DoorDash has $2.
Yeah.
$2 per delivery today in my area. Extra.
Oh.
But I'm like, oh man, I could do it, but if I got anybody with stairs, I'd die with this cold.
Yeah. Well, can't you just request like?
No,
Oh, I guess you couldn't, but
no.
huh?
And I mean, I could deny some if I knew that those places had stairs, but I don't know, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell if they do or not. I guess you could. You could have like a Google Earth or something, and you could look up their address and.
Well, you don't get the address until you accept it.
Oh well.
It just kind of shows you on the map where it
It sounds like you're done before you even start.
is.
Oh my God.
I'd have to bring my husband's inhaler with me.
Man. Oh, Johanna says, hey guys, listening to you while I'm cruising to the steam show
Oh,
to work this
fun.
morning. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Sassy says the water's still like bath water.
You should take
Don't-
video, Joanna.
Um,
Where is Joanna at? In Illinois, right? No,
Indiana, I believe.
Indiana. One
Yeah,
of the I states.
I think it's Indiana.
I think you're right too.
Coffee.
Say that again. I want to get that recorded. Yeah.
Hi, bum crack.
Beth says, I will take you to Galveston. We can stay at the Mellow Yellow House. Ooh, that sounds interesting. 4 blocks from the beach.
Mellow
My
Yellow.
favorite Airbnb. Oh, I would love that. That would be so cool.
We got a Mellow Yellow house here, but it's a Pizza Hut pizza place.
Ooh.
Mellow Yellow Pizza, and their mascot or whatever you want to call him looks like he's a Mexican pickle that's really high. It reminds me of, or something. I think he's supposed to be a banana.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like he's higher than a kite. He's like, oh, dude.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't live right on the beach when I was young. I was 3.5 hours away from the beach, but that was still close enough where you could do even a day trip.
Mhm.
You could get up early and be there by 10 o'clock and, leave by 4 or 5. And that was a good enough time. But I miss that. Living in Kansas, I really do miss the beach a lot. And that was the thing with Mike. I mean, he had driven all over the United States, but when you're a truck driver, you can't just stop, and see the sights or anything. I mean, basically all you're doing is looking out your window. So when he came to see me, I took him to the beach, and he like completely fell in love with the beach. I mean, he said, I want to move here someday. And I'm like, what? I don't want to move to California. I am not looking I mean, I lived there at that time, but I was looking to get out, not stay.
Yeah.
Not me. I want to go to the East Coast, like in Maine and all that.
Oh, Sassy says I'm 6 hours away. That's not, I mean, that's still doable, you know. I just, yeah, I love the beach. I love the water.
We have beaches here, but it's for the bigger lakes. Like we got, Houston Woods has got a huge lake, and Caesars Creek. It's not really a creek; it's a big giant lake.
Yeah.
I mean, it's within 20 minutes, so it's it's fresh water.
Yeah.
Still fun though. Fish come up and bite your feet or something. I'd rather it be fish than sharks, I think.
Well, that's true.
I'd rather deal with a fish nibbling on my big toe than a shark off my leg.
I was telling my sister, Amy, she called me yesterday or day before yesterday, I guess it was. And I was talking to her, and she was telling me about some dermatology things that were going on with her skin or whatever. And I
Mhm.
showed her the spot that I have on my leg. I've had the spot for probably, I don't know, 10, 11 years. And no doctor can figure out what it is. They all want to do a biopsy on it. And I say no. Because it doesn't itch, it doesn't hurt, it's not growing, it's not getting any bigger, it's not getting any smaller. So I'm not going to mess with it. But I told her, I said, I just tell people that it's a shark bite.
Shut up.
Yeah,
When the
I
shark
got bit by a shark
bites.
at the ocean. And yeah, that definitely makes people go, "What? Did?" I just like the reaction, but oh my goodness. Good morning, Tom. Hope you're doing well. I don't know where Sally's at. She must be sleeping.
I slept in this morning. I don't normally sleep in, but considering keeping these heathens apart all day long,
I don't know how you do it. I really don't.
I put up a baby gate and put her in here on her little doggy bed in my room, and just watch TV and work. But I can't go over there because there's nothing over there for. It's too hot and
Right.
muggy. So I've been bringing small stuff over here working, and of course the other dog keeps trying to get in. So I gotta shut the door. Then he sits there and scratches the door. So
Yeah.
crazy. They're driving us crazy. So
I would call the vet and say, "Can you get me in any
we've been
sooner?"
calling every day. I said, if you get cancellation, I want it. So they're like, well, we don't normally have cancellations on neuterings. I said, well, hopefully they do. Oh, you better have my name top of the list. Because I'm going to come in looking like Doc Brown from Back to the Future in about a week. My hair's going to be out.
Oh my gosh.
I said, gee, thanks, Bambi, of all weeks for you to go and to eat.
Man,
Get the puppy. It's a God.
that is so crazy.
I said, what are the odds of that? I said, that I feel like Winnie the Pooh and that little black rain cloud following him everywhere he goes. Like, yeah. Oh well. Keeps me young, I guess, but makes me old real quick afterwards.
Man.
Keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Because they say the first week or first few days, the female won't have nothing to do with him.
Uh-huh.
It's about the third or fourth day that's going to be really tough because she's going to be wanting to get
Oh,
in his
she'll
face.
present herself for him.
Yeah, so it's like, ugh. I'm going to duct tape that damn diaper on her butt if I have to.
Yeah,
You don't want no
that's
baby?
Huh? No, I don't need any. I got a zoo here now. I don't need Weenie Poos running around about the size of hamsters.
yeah,
I do.
don't need any of that.
Uh-uh. It's like what my sister says, you get more animals, you're going to have a kennel license. I said, I got 3 dogs and 2 cats, and one cat's so old he just sits there. He looks like he's fake. He's
Aw.
much. So, but oh well, it is what it is. And then Teresa thinks she's got to feed every stray cat in the neighborhood. I said,
Oh
you're
my
going to
God.
make us look like the crazy cat ladies of Shadow Lake. I said, if you don't stop feeding these cats, you go outside, they're like, man, you ever see that one of those Stephen King movies where there's cats everywhere?
Yep.
It's like, oh my God, they're all looking like, stop feeding them. They're eating better than I am.
They're
Oh,
not ours.
It's hard not to feed them when they're, especially in the wintertime.
yeah, I know.
Sure.
We go through a 22 bag of cat food just for the outside cats a week. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I said, that's expensive. I said, they're going to have to go to their own homes and eat. They're going to quit coming here.
Wow.
She's like, well, I can't help it. They're hungry. I said, well, so am I, but I don't go to the neighbors.
scratching on the door.
Yeah, you think the neighbors will feed me if I go scratching at their door?
Go hang on there. Go hang on their screen door. Ow.
Oh my gosh.
They might call the cops, but
Yeah, there's some strange woman hanging on my screen door meowing. That works for the cats. I figure I'd try it.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh.
Ah.
That's too funny. Where is Pat? There it is.
oh, yeah, them cats know where their hooks-ups are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Morning, Jennifer.
Megan said she has a neighbor cat that comes over for treats every morning.
Oh my gosh.
I wish that's all Teresa would give them was treats, but she has to put all the food in the bowls. God.
I had these when we lived down in southern Minnesota years ago. I had these two cats that would hang around, and I would feed them tuna, and I used to give them warm milk in the wintertime, which I found out ain't okay. But anyways, no, I just thought warming them up on the inside, would make them
Sure.
feel. Well,
Makes
anyways,
sense.
well, I found out that it was the mother and her baby. But all of a sudden, I saw the one baby, she was like, she came all bloodied up one day. And I was talking to one of my neighbors, and I was like, man, she must have gotten into a fight. And my one neighbor said, no, the mother beats her. And so when we moved from there, I took the cat with me.
Mm-hmm.
Asked the neighbors, and they said, no, they're not our cats. I said, well, I'm going to take the baby with me,
Mm-hmm.
so she's not being beat up all the time. Yeah, I mean, that cat was so sweet. Brandy was like 3 years old at the time. She's 26 now. And I mean, she used to flop her in a stroller and cart her around and dress her up. And that cat never even scratched her.
Hmm.
She's just such a nice cat.
I think sometimes they're just happy to be in a place that they can get food and.
Oh, she just loved Brandy. Brandy couldn't bring her in the house because Gary can't have cats.
Right.
And now Brandy's allergic to them too, but at the time she wasn't. But she'd go outside, she'd play with that cat all day long. She just loved it.
Hmm.
The cat just loved her, When it would get really cold out, I'd bring her into the basement. But
Yeah.
so she'd be warm. And that was actually Gary's idea.
Oh wow.
He's a big softie when it comes to animals.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh my, but yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
what about your allergies? He's like, just let her go down in the basement. It's too cold for her to be outside.
Yeah. Liz says we have two raggedy tomcats that come here. They look like cartoon characters, bent ears, half a tail, and X's for eyes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got one like that.
Yo,
Get one like a few like that.
We there's I think it's next door. They had a litter of kittens. I think it was last winter. And so every time, of course, that I would go to feed my cat, they would be all around and all about it too,
of
So
course.
I had to start, but they have a place that their food is next door. So I didn't feel
Yeah.
like, why am I feeding these cats? And the more that I feed them, the more they're going to come around. And I didn't
Yep.
want anybody to say, well, you're feeding them, so they're yours. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
Not doing it. And so we have this little, it's like a tin roof. It's not a building at all. It's just got like, it's more like an outdoor covering or, something like that.
Yeah.
So basically I put Max's food on top of there, and that way, and I know cats can, jump and get into places, but they usually don't get up there. So that's where I
No.
have his food is always on the roof. So it sounds
That's,
crazy, but
that's taught about feeding other people's cats.
oh yeah, yeah, that'll send them into a tizzy. But I mean, I don't have a problem feeding somebody else's cats. I just don't. I don't know.
Well, eventually it just gets too much. I mean, like
Yeah.
them cats that I was feeding, there was only two of them.
Hmm.
But sometimes in some neighborhoods, I mean, there's so many stray cats, it starts getting excessive. And like Lori,
Yep, they go get their buddies and say, "Hey, look what we guess what we
Yeah.
found. Hey, come up here,
getting out
man.
of control.
We hit the mother load.
Free food. Come on."
So I just, and that was one thing that really worried me was, you always hear that thing of, if you start feeding the cat, then they're yours. It's like,
Yeah.
no, no, I got one. That's plenty. So,
The one good thing we do have is we have a lady that works with the Ohio Alley Cat Rescue, and she'll come pick them up, and if they're not fixed, and take them down and get them fixed for if they're feral. If we can catch them and they're feral, she'll take them down and get them fixed, clip their ears, and bring them back. So it does keep the mice and all that stuff down. So that's one
sure.
good thing. But then we
Yeah.
have a lady, one of the ladies up here in the neighborhood, who gets kittens. When they grow up, where do they go? She puts them back outside. They're not fixed.
Yeah.
They end up, and especially if they're pregnant, she'll put them outside. So we
Yeah.
have like 5 kittens under our barn
Oh,
from
gosh.
her that we have to catch because they're feral.
Yeah.
So, and catch them before they get pregnant. So it's just a never ending thing. And
Yeah.
so it's like, I wish the woman would just stop doing that. Oh, I love my kitten, but when it gets big, I don't like it no more. I put it outside. It's like, ugh. So she's part of the problem why we
Yeah.
have so many cats around.
Yeah.
If somebody says something, she gets offended and bitches about it. Why everybody got to pick on me? Like,
You're an idiot. That's why.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I
What
don't
I
mind
tell you.
cats running around. I just don't want to watch them multiply and take over the world.
Right.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Liz says I think some of the houses are rentals in our subdivision and people leave their cats behind. I'm sure that happens a lot. I'm sure that happens, quite often when people move and stuff. They just leave.
And that's a lot of times if a cat is raised in a certain area and you move and take the cat with you, it will go back to where it was raised. It'll
Yep.
find its way back. So I mean, it's like they'll show back up.
Yep.
I've seen it happen several times. So
Yeah, we had a cat. His name was Milo, and we moved from one house to another house, and it was probably maybe a mile up the road. And yeah, he would not stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go by the old house, and there he'd be laying on the deck or laying on the porch, just like so. And I don't
Yeah,
think
that cat that I took with me when I moved, that time, she I had her in a box in the back of the truck because, of course, I couldn't have her in the truck because of Gary.
right.
And she ended up jumping out of the truck, and we moved it was probably 20 miles away from the other one. And I know when I stopped at the gas station about probably 6 miles from my new house, so you figure it was at least 14 miles.
Mm-hmm.
She was still in the box. Well, she ended up jumping out, and before we got home and to our new place, and
Wow.
I was really worried. I was like, "Oh, great! Now I just lost this cat. She's gonna be a stray somewhere else, and now she don't have nobody."
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, we went back to get, the next day we went back to the old place to get the rest of our stuff. And sure enough, she was there.
Oh, wow.
So it was at least 14 miles that she made it, that she went back to her place.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they know. But then once I got her to the new place and fed her there and everything, and she saw that we were settling in, then she stayed. But one time she jumped out, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit. I felt really bad.
Well, let's see here.
Where's Todd and Tom at today?
I know that Tom, because isn't it Friday?
Yeah.
So Tom doesn't come on because his wife works from home, and he's not allowed. He's banned from the
Internet.
pewter. And then of course Todd is getting an oil change. So yeah, it's kind of weird not having them here,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll
Yeah, we can
manage.
actually talk.
I figured Todd would be here because he wanted to share all the good stories with his rummage sale yesterday.
Yeah.
So there's always some interesting stories with that.
I'm
Yeah.
sure his finds.
His finds and the dragon lady and
We haven't heard from Sally yet, but me, I feel like crud. That's why my camera ain't on. I didn't want to subject you guys to that.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure she's okay. I mean,
Mine hasn't peaked yet.
I haven't talked to her or anything, but she was on Tom's show last night, and she seemed like she definitely has a cough.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, pretty loud, and pretty you can tell there's a lot of junk in her lungs, but
Yeah.
she sounds like she's doing okay.
I think this cold's going to be all right, though, because stuff is moving. So,
Yeah,
it's not just staying in there, so I'll be okay.
that's the important thing.
I just have to wait for it to peak, and then I'll start feeling better.
Yeah.
You can tell the
But
season.
I'm on so many immune suppressing drugs that it's just normal for me to be sick. So I get everything now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a
There you are.
Yeah, give us another try.
Good. Don't give up.
I won't.
I'm sorry that it boots you every once in a while.
Yeah, I think it's my computer, honestly. I don't know what it is, but because if I'm just watching YouTube, sometimes it'll just freeze up and I can't. Yeah. Morning, Tom. I think it's my Wi-Fi, actually, not my computer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, anywho, I'm trying to get these last few things in this box for FBA. Yeah, we have a problem here. People come down here for the season. They bring a cat or they adopt a cat, they rent for the season, and then when they leave, they just leave the cats behind.
What is wrong with people? I mean, I know cats are pretty self-sufficient, but still.
Yeah.
Why would you just leave your cat behind and just let them wander the streets? I mean,
how can you spend a whole season with a cat and not love it so much that you don't care what happens to it?
Oh, exactly.
You know?
I get a new pet, I'm in love with it the first day, first hour.
Yeah.
I'm already attached. Some people are idiots.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah, that makes
Garbage
it
truck is coming. I'm putting on mute. I'll be right back.
okay. That makes it
Hi,
hard.
Jennifer.
I can't imagine just all those kids, that got so close to the animals, and then
Right.
all of a sudden, they have to leave, and they have to leave the cat behind, and I don't know. That just seems like it would be too much for the kiddos.
Yeah. How do you tell your kids? Yeah, we're just leaving. And what kind of a message does that send? You just leave a living creature
Right.
behind to fend for itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. People just amaze me sometimes. Not in a good way.
Mm-mm.
All right. So what
Well, that's
else
the
is
thing. If
going
you
on?
love a cat, I mean, it'll love you back. It'll want you to love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of cats are like, stay away from me, but some cats, if you love them, they'll need that.
Yeah.
Who wants to be out running around the streets by themselves?
Right.
They don't know what's going on. Just breaks my heart. Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
Oh, how's sales been?
Got one last night. Well, two. I'm waiting for a payment on the second one.
I have 3 going out today, which is not terrible. I feel like I'm finally in that post-vacation slump,
Uh-huh.
and I just need to knuckle down and
I have
list,
one
except
going out.
yeah. Oh, thanks, Bumcrack. You put Mike's channel link in there.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bumka.
definitely a good one to watch. He's fun to follow on Instagram too. Look him up. I think he's also Dick Crazy Card on Instagram,
Yep.
and he's always showing pictures of what he's finding.
Oh man,
I always
what he
forget about
finds,
Instagram.
and I mean, just like all that Chanel cologne and perfume.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just amazing that he found that, and then he was able to sell it all. Well, I don't know that he sold it all, but he sold a good part of it. Let me see what I got going out. I got 1, 2. Looks like I got 6 going out.
Oh, cool.
I got 4 from Poshmark and 2 from eBay. So not too shabby.
Clothes on Poshmark or jewelry?
Looks like one is it's kind of a teddy, like a nightie,
Okay.
and then a man shirt, a bikini, and a pair of jeans. So,
Nice. My jeans have started to pick up. I guess it's the
yeah, I've been trying to
Jeans.
every pair of jeans that I come in contact with, I'm a listing.
Poshmark keeps messaging me saying, "Have you forgotten about us?"
I get that from time to time too. How does your jewelry do on Poshmark versus eBay or Etsy?
Morning, Todd.
My
How was your oil change?
Yeah, it's all done. I had to pump some out of the ground and refine it, and then
yeah, that's what we figured. That's why we figured it would be a little longer. Surprisingly, my jewelry does a lot better on eBay than it does on Poshmark, or I have an Etsy store, but I think I need to go in there and revamp some stuff. I haven't been adding anything to my Etsy store, but it sells really good on eBay.
Oh, okay.
But I always list it on Poshmark, and I listed on Mercari too. So
Mine seems to do pretty good on eBay, and I had an Etsy store for just jewelry way back in the day, but I was debating on whether or not to revamp that. So
yeah,
Mercari is not good for me. I think I've only sold like 2 things on there.
I've sold
Yeah.
nothing on Macari.
And
It
yeah, usually my stuff gets deactivated before I make
Mine,
sales.
mine too, Nikki.
it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. I mean, I was on there I started listing on there again, and it took me a month to get a sale, but then something hit, and I finally got a sale, and then I got like 3 sales in a week, and
Oh,
that's really, really good because
yeah.
that site, you could get a sale and not get another sale for a couple of months. So,
Yeah.
but I over on Macari, I definitely do free shipping, and I tack on a few dollars on the price and just do it that way because it's a little cheaper if you do it that way. Let's see. I would like to see. Liz says I would like to see Posh add first class shipping rate for smalls like jewelry. I think that would be good. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But also in a sense, I mean, people know if they want to get the most for their money, you know, you just bundle up a bunch of jewelry and you can do it like that, and it'll cost you less. But the thing that I found is if somebody wants something, they're just going to pay the shipping for it.
Yep.
They're just gonna pay for it.
Yep.
I think it was on that slip. I laughed yesterday when this happened. So this lady, I think I offered $17 for this slip or this nightie, and I think it was $4.99 shipped. And then they came back with an offer. What did they come back with an offer of? I think it was $15.
Hmm.
And of course, when they send me an offer, then they don't get free shipping or they don't even get a deal on it. That voids the deal on the shipping. So they were paying. I was like, yeah, I'll take $2 less, and you can pay the shipping. It's pretty much the same thing as what I offered you, but okay, whatever. However you want to do that. So
I don't think people realize when they counter offer like that, that shipping discount goes away.
I don't think they realize it either. So Todd,
Yes, ma'am.
what'd you get yesterday? You remember what yesterday was?
Yeah, let's see. I got a flour grinder.
A flour grinder?
Yeah, you put your wheat or barley or oats or marijuana in the top,
Okay.
and
Marijuana.
then you clamp it on your table
Uh-huh.
and you grind up. There's these grinding stones that screw onto here.
Uh-huh.
This is called a Wonder Mill Junior.
Is that a
Mm.
porcelain?
These sell used for about 140.
Is that
Wow.
porcelain?
No, it's cast iron.
Oh, cast iron. Oh,
It's
cool.
just painted white. Anyway, paid 30 at the rummage and it sells for about 140.
Nice. Very good.
Of course, it's going to cost like 25, 30 bucks to ship. It's heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then, wouldn't you know it, I got a couple of jackets and a couple of shirts. and a pair of Nikes.
Nikes, huh? Good
So,
job.
I didn't get skunked at the rummage sale. But believe it or not, I didn't buy any jewelry or watches. I wonder why.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's good. Sounds like you got some good stuff. I like that Wonder Mill. I think that's a great deal.
yeah, I mean, that,
I could totally see that somebody using that for their marijuana though. Totally.
let me see if I can bring one up on eBay
mean-
and show y'all
mean,
better pictures.
Grind this stuff up. I mean, because
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
well,
people are, I don't know. Shut up, Valerie.
Brownie flour. Special brownie flour.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what I'm thinking.
That saved me some
It's
money.
It's way cheaper to buy bags of grain than it is
to buy the flour.
flour, and you just make your own.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a lot of work. Making your own flour.
Yeah.
I mean, when you can go, I mean, flour's not that expensive at the store. You know, you can usually pay $1, $2 for a bag of flour. So, but I could definitely see that being used as a grinder for the marijuana.
For that wacky backer.
Yes, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, it could happen.
Oh, I'm sure.
Let's see, where's my screen share? Where's the chat? There it is. Share. Screen.
See, I didn't realize that, like when Brandon was making those brownies and stuff, I didn't realize what in the heck is going on with my computer.
Hello.
Oh, that was, I'm screen sharing.
Oh, I was like,
Oh,
what is my
what the
computer
hell is
doing?
going on here?
I just took
Okay.
everything over.
You scared the crap out of me. I was like, why does the bottom of my computer look like that? It does never look like that. You scared me.
You've now entered the Todd zone.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I
I
see.
wanted to show y'all a little bit better idea of what it is.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's the? I don't know. If you want to get a new one, here's a new one. Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
That is crazy.
So,
Huh?
okay.
Pretty awesome though.
Very
Up on my
cool.
phone, I go, oh, those sell
And
for a lot of money.
Yeah.
I believe I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Let's check sold.
Good call.
Did you know it would sell that well, or did you look it up while you were there? Or?
I just looked it up on my smartphone, my
Yeah.
iPhone 5.
Wow, you're really in the 19th century.
I got the iPhone 6, so hey.
I'm up to date, baby. I gave up them flip phones about 7 years ago when I got my iPhone 5. So yeah.
Trying to get me to upgrade. I'm like, nope, as long as it's still working, I'm going to use it. It's paid off.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sally.
Sally,
Hi. Morning,
you
Sal.
made it.
I did. All
Good
right.
job.
You. Sorry, I'm late.
How are you feeling?
All right.
Are you lying?
I'm all right. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Get out of here.
Too early to tell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be all right though.
You sound a little better.
Yeah.
I think I feel a little bit better. I haven't coughed really this morning yet, so we'll see
Yeah.
when I cough.
Yeah. Well, it probably wouldn't be a bad thing for you to cough.
I know, but I
But
don't want to cough because
I
it
know.
hurts too bad.
I know. I know.
Just
get it.
remember, it is better to look good than to feel good, and you look marvelous.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, God.
You say that so well.
Okay, Billy. Crystal.
That's so good.
Remember
Later.
that Billy Crystal routine where he pretended to be
Yeah.
Ricardo Montalban?
Yeah.
You look marvelous.
Love
Mhm.
Too funny.
Yeah. Sorry you're sick.
Yeah.
You're getting through it.
I'll be all done in a few days. I hope.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it helps that you're on your antibiotic now, and you're doing okay with that. So
Well, they put you on an antibiotic. That's nice.
Yeah, I got a Z-Pack.
I might take some prednisone today, I think.
So I'm
Yeah.
heading out this weekend to go to my cousin's funeral
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
and see Mom. I think me and my brother are going to drag her out of that house and put her in a rest home.
oh
She's
yeah.
got nowhere she falls now, and or at least get some home health care come in, because she's
Yeah.
getting a little doddery, whatever you call it, feeble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And this is your mother?
Yep.
Okay.
92 years old and
God
starting to outlive our generation.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
a couple of cousins from our generation. Some of the older ones are kicking the bucket. This one that passed away, he was 75,
Mm-hmm.
78, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. My cousins are dying off before my mom. That's craziness. Anyway, she outlived everybody in her generation.
That's crazy.
Mom is. So.
Yeah.
She lives 350 miles from me and my brother, so it's hard to just be up there and be home and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all understand family stuff.
Oh, sure.
Does she live alone, Todd?
Yep. About 18 years ago, when Dad passed away, she said, I'm going to take all of his money and build a house in town. And she did.
Oh,
Right across the street from First Baptist Church,
Wow.
small town, Oklahoma.
Huh.
So it's a nice house. But anyway, yeah. That's what I'll be doing all weekend. And then probably, I can imagine with him passing away yesterday that they could have the funeral arrangements ready before Monday or Tuesday. So
Yeah.
Right.
anyway,
So have you guys checked out like any assisted living? Maybe she'd be more comfortable in something like that than in like a nursing home.
yeah. My brother took her to a couple of places in Abilene and she liked it, but nope, she's not ready to move. So I'm like, jeez.
Well,
And he's about fit to be tied because
yeah. I mean, sometimes they're not going to be ready.
Yeah.
But it just has to happen.
yeah, but it's just about getting to the point where she's becoming a burden on her friends there.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Right,
know,
I'm
they
sure.
really don't mind helping her, but we don't want them wondering why my brother and I aren't up there doing it, because she's family to us and not just
Right.
friends.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway,
Yeah. Get it.
I don't know who changed, but
Oh, jeez.
well, it sounds better than yesterday.
Yeah, it doesn't sound near as junky.
Mm-mm. And
I
it
mean-
didn't hurt as bad either.
Yeah. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a really good sign.
mhm.
Good deal. So you're going into work today at 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today, tomorrow, next day probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, Anna. It's tea time. I don't know if I have pneumonia or not. I don't know. I don't know. It's all in my chest. That's all I know is,
Yeah.
I other than coughing and having that congestion, I don't feel particularly bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure my immune system is down a little bit and I feel a little bit more weak, but other than that, I'm fine.
Well, I think the biggest thing for you was going to the doctor when you did
Yeah.
and getting on the antibiotics. If you hadn't have done that, then there's a good chance that, you could have, contracted pneumonia. So,
Oh yeah.
but I think, just listening to you today, I think it is, you sound a lot better.
Yeah.
And there definitely could be some bronchitis going on with that.
Right.
So,
Oh, good job, Mary. She woke up to 7 sales.
that's
Oh, nice.
awesome. Very good. Hey, the small stuff got to sell too. And it all adds up.
Um,
Tom
I don't
says,
want to do.
Tom says, hold your mic up to your chest and take 4 deep breaths. Everyone else be quiet. Oh my gosh.
I'm sure I sound a little rattly, especially after coughing.
Yeah.
Is
But
it-
like I said, you sound better than what you did. So
I am a little rattly. I could tell.
yeah.
Just one
But the
breath.
rattly is good because that means that the stuff is moving.
Right.
It's moving and it'll work out.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Mary
because when it
says that
doesn't
they
move, that's when you end up with pneumonia.
yeah. I know, I've had it before. Mary says they had an outbreak of chicken pox here and she's never had it. Yikes.
I've never had chicken pox either.
Brandon's never had it either. He's had measles and bumps, but he's never had chicken pox.
That's crazy.
I
Mm.
know.
I mean, I had them, but I only had 4.
Yeah. Which definitely, whenever you have a small case like that, you have to be careful also because
Sure.
you could get them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did all the kids make it through getting chicken pox okay?
Oh yeah, they're fine.
Good.
Everybody's all healed up now.
Yeah.
Who had chicken pox? Your grandkids in North Carolina?
Yeah, the twins and Maddie.
oh,
Oh boy.
Yeah, they all broke out and they all had the shot. They had and everything, but I think it definitely made their cases a lot lighter. So it happened, they can get it, but it just makes it a little more so they're not so horrible.
Bub Crack Picker kept all you guys up all night, Tommy.
Shoot, I was up till 11:30.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I woke up at 7:30, and I was like, Oh my gosh, I gotta get up and I gotta, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off and still made it in here 5 minutes early.
That's awesome.
So, booyah.
Mm,
But yeah, I'm definitely feeling it today.
Oh man, that does suck, Mr. Sadie. Oh, and Tom had it too.
Quit.
Tom and Mr. Sadie had shingles.
Ugh,
Oh,
those are horrible.
My daughter had shingles one time. Oh, God.
I
Those,
think
My dad just
that's
had
probably what Job had too, because it wasn't chicken pox.
right.
They were clear that it wasn't chicken pox because he broke out all in one day, didn't have any signs of having chicken pox. And then it was crazy how much he had. And I have pictures somewhere because I took pictures, and he just has pustules
oh,
all over his back. And this is after he had chicken pox already twice. But it was years later. Um, I think I want to say he was like 11 or 12 when this happened. And I took him to the doctor because I'm like, he's already had chicken pox twice. There's no way this could be chicken pox again. And they actually tested him for chicken pox to see if it was chicken pox. And then they tested him to see if it was a different varicella um, uh,
Different strain.
virus or whatever.
Yeah.
And all they came up with was that it was varicella.
Mhm.
They said it wasn't chicken pox, but it was of the varicella family.
Mm.
Yes, chicken pox are a branch of the chicken pox family. Like if somebody has chicken pox, they should not be around the elderly because the elderly are very likely to get shingles from somebody that is
Right.
sick with chicken pox.
So if you've had chicken pox like really bad, does that mean shingles if they do come about, they're gonna be just as bad?
It it does not it doesn't
There's no
decipher that. No. Like I mean it could be you could get a very light case of shingles or whatever, but it could also be really bad.
mm-hmm. That's what I was wondering because I had chicken pox so bad. I hope I don't end up with shingles really bad.
Yeah, yeah, you never know. You never know with that stuff. Um,
My dad just got over shingles. He had it real bad in his eye and his face,
oh,
and they had him in the hospital for it.
when was this?
It was before Steam Show.
Oh, well, dang, that sucks.
It was in August, I guess it was about a month ago.
People, there's some people that have those shingles so bad that it is a painful thing.
Yeah. One time Amanda had shingles. They gave her Lortab. She's like, why are they giving me Lortab? I said, some people have a lot of pain with shingles.
Well, yeah, I don't
My
know.
dad had quite a bit of pain with his shingles.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep going on mute. I try to catch me when I'm coughing and put it on mute.
Yeah, that's all right. I understand.
yeah. I just understand it's so painful. I've been lucky never to have it.
Um, Mary says that's one of the problems with open borders. Nobody is checked, and other countries don't have the best health care. So, and she says that again, China stopped the vaccinations, and their birth rate went up, and birth defects went down also.
Oh, really?
Uh, yeah, whatever. Have you guys heard that there's a new thing called triple E?
Yes.
Triple E that's carried by mosquitoes. And it's like it's being found all around Michigan.
It's in this area too. Good morning, Tracy.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had lots of mosquitoes down here this year,
Yeah.
like this past few weeks.
Right. Yeah, it's called the triple E virus, and it mimics what is that one the
Is it like
West Nile?
Yeah, the West Nile.
Yeah,
Bye, Tom.
by Tom.
I tell him.
Yeah, it's a triple E virus, and it's carried by mosquitoes. And we have to watch out, for that. You definitely don't want mosquitoes like in your house and stuff. I mean, yeah, you don't want to get bit, but you also don't want to, subject yourself to getting like viruses and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's been some deaths related to this one.
Yeah, there has. Well, that's good that you have you have triple A, Mr. Sadie, but it's not going to help you against triple E. Triple A doesn't help you against triple E. It only helps you against not sitting on the side of the road for that long. Yeah. Yeah, I barely just woke up at like 10 o'clock. My schedule's all messed up. Sleep schedule and all that. I tried to stay up and work a little while last night, but I don't think I was up. I think I was up maybe until 12.
We were up late watching the Eagles game. Oy.
Who won the game?
The Eagles did not through any good play of their own, I don't think. I don't know. I feel like they're looking pretty sad this year, but I know nothing about football. I just go.
I think they've already lost a couple of games that they were supposed to have won.
Right, they were 1-2, so this, yeah, they had 1 win, 2 losses. So
That's pretty sad for the Packers, dumbasses. They got beat by the Eagles. My husband was at that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just go by how much yelling goes on. And there was a lot. There was a lot last night. How do people write in their books? Seriously. Jim and Tara says sometimes if they find dead birds and test them, it will show if West Nile virus is in your area. Horses die from it. I mean, I guess what happens is these new ones break out and then they have to make vaccines or, yeah.
Yeah.
but we've had mosquitoes like in the house, which we don't usually have at this time of year. And that's not a good thing. Because close to the water here or what?
Yeah. I mean, that's usually what it is here too, but usually if you have like standing water or whatever, you have to make sure that you dump all that and
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it says you should.
I
Yeah.
gotta go, guys. All I'm doing is coffee. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right,
Alright.
Nikki.
Have
See
a
you
good
later,
day.
Nikki. Feel better.
Bye.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Busy day, busy day. Hey there, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Have a good trip to Houston.
I thought she left last night.
No.
Going on a
She's-
scouting trip?
Yeah, she's going. She got a few things she's doing, but I think tomorrow I think she's gonna try and go to some yard sales with Tanya, Thrifty Treasures.
Oh, the
Yeah.
treasures. Oh, awesome.
So
love
that's
Tanya.
awesome. That'll be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
You should get some video of that. We would love to see that. Hi, Julie. Good
Hi,
morning.
Julie.
I bet that's going to be a dangerous pair.
I bet.
We're here at your garage sale. And you're going to sell us this stuff for cheaper than you would sell to anybody else.
Mm-mm.
You know it, baby. We're gonna get all the good deals.
I did not get Nikki sick. I'm saying that.
I don't think you can pass germs over on YouTube.
I don't know.
Oh, she's letting her son finish half a day of school before they leave. Gotcha.
Oh, see, they've done yard sales together before.
Oh,
It would be so much fun to do yard sales with other.
Other
maybe
resellers?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say, wait, maybe not. Other resellers who don't sell the same stuff you do.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, you can kind of see what they're looking at and what
Right.
they're doing, and yep. Mary says she's got one estate sale tomorrow, and she's gonna hit the thrift store. There you go. And we have the listing challenge. Do we have the listing challenge? Is it this weekend?
I thought you were
no.
waiting till October. Is that
October.
what I
Yeah.
heard?
Yep. You're
Decided
right.
to give it a rest for a few weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, so it'll be the first weekend
You know?
in October. I miss doing it though. I miss
I
having it.
do too.
Yeah.
Brandon made this broccoli, ham, cheese, potato soup last night.
Mm.
Oh my God, it was so good.
It's awesome.
Sadie harasses his shoppers at his garage sale.
I was looking up in the chat, and Mr. Sadie says, I hate winter, but we need a super cold winter to kill off some of the bugs. I will tell you what, I have never seen so many spiders in the summertime. I mean, they're crazy. And I would hate to I think they're they're the brown recluse.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that that's what they are. And I killed two that was trying to get in the house last night,
oh my gosh.
and they were huge. I mean, they were bigger than a silver dollar.
Wow.
They were huge. But man, when I
Ugh.
see them, I take my flip flop off and just
Oh,
smash them.
Yeah.
the
I
first
killed
night we
my own
spent,
spider the other day.
first night we spent in our apartment, we have a bed, there's a balcony with a sliding door. And the guy was there hooking up our cable. And I looked and I saw this it was huge bee crawling up on the screen. And I said to Michael, there's the biggest bee I ever saw out there. It's huge. And he said, I don't know if he didn't listen to me or didn't think about it. I don't know what he was thinking. So the guy finishes up with the cable, and Michael decides for some reason, here he comes. What were you thinking? He was thinking, I think he was thinking he would shoo it away or say, so he opens the door and in flies this huge bee. Oh my God. And we
gosh.
couldn't, and then it kept flying in different, and we couldn't, it reached a point where we just couldn't find it. So it's like time to go to bed, and I'm terrified to be in my own apartment. And I went to the bedroom, I shut all the doors, and I just put a towel against the crack at the bottom of the bedroom doors and like barricading ourselves in the bedroom the entire night. I'm like, what in God's name was he thinking? Don't open the door. And then in the morning, so I guess when they're shut in like that all night long, I don't know. By the morning, it was just like crawling along the
Oh my
wall,
gosh.
trapped it in a bottle and took it out.
I killed a spider day before yesterday next door. I was packing and I went to grab a piece of paper and it come out from behind this box and it was probably about that big around. I was like, ah! Well, I had some of that compressed air. So when I seen it, I run over to the other side of the room because it's like, I was like, oh yeah, because I'm like, well, Teresa's not home and I gotta finish packing that. So I opened my file cabinet. I have that compressed air and a bottle of 409. So first I froze it and then I squirted it with 409. It's like, and it died. I was like, I hate spiders.
Oh, I just
We
hate
got a
bugs.
screened in back porch and we've got one of those great big spiders that make the ziggy zaggy webs. He's so cool. And he's got like 4 or 5 just mounds of dead insects, wrapped up in little cocoons that I guess he's going to live there all winter.
Oh my gosh.
He makes a cool. Have you seen those spiders? They make a zigzaggy web. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Here, I'll go take a picture and come back in and screen share it.
Okay.
Be right back.
Julie.
Julie.
Oh, that is so cool. Julie says the person in front of her paid for her Starbucks order this morning.
Oh,
That's nice.
that's sweet.
I try to do that every time I go to Starbucks. And I don't go there very often, but
Pay for the order of the person behind you.
yep. Yep. That's always a good feeling. And it always makes somebody else feel good. So she paid for the person behind her. Good deal. That just makes people feel good. I always think about that, and then I think, yeah, the person behind me is gonna have like a car full of people.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like a $40 order or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think with Starbucks, I think you're pretty safe. I'm following Valerie to Starbucks tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be following me a while. The nearest one is about 60 miles away, so yeah, it's a. I usually don't get Starbucks unless I'm at the airport. That's my little perk.
So does it look like a zipper, Todd? Those how they do those webs?
He's going
I
to
don't
show
know.
it to us, right?
He was gonna go
What
take a
is that?
picture and show us.
Oh, okay.
But
It says it's a female Argyop Arantania.
Hmm.
And spiders tend to be somewhat local, often staying in one place throughout much of their lifetime.
oh wow. Yikes.
So this guy's about an inch long,
Oh,
God.
and he's got dead bugs in all these pouches. He's got like 4 or 5 of these pouches hanging on his web,
Oh wow.
oh wow, that's
and
I have never seen that before.
it's really kind of entertaining.
Yeah, the
Let's see,
suck
where's-
would be out on
Lori,
And
that.
then
Be blowing
he
holes
makes
in
a
it.
ziggy zaggy web. See that?
oh
I've never seen
wow.
that.
And then he's got a moth or something here that he got.
Wow.
I've never seen that before.
I have never seen that.
And then they take that and build all those little cocoons. I guess they inject eggs in with a dead insect or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Doesn't bother anything. Kills some of the bugs, but
Yeah.
Huh.
my
Crazy.
fence falling down in the backyard. It's all leaning out. Need to work on my fence. Anyway, yeah. Isn't that a cool web?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
some of those spiders, I mean, they get pretty, intricate in their web making. But I agree with Mr. Sadie. We do need a nice cold snap to kill off all those spiders. I know I was walking through the yard yesterday, and there was so many, and I had never seen this before, but like there's so many little like spider webs in the grass, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know. Maybe it's just because
Sadie.
maybe it's just because I've kind of slacked on my yard mowing this year. I don't know, but it's crazy.
I don't know, like here during certain times of year, like they'll do like a big it's almost like a spider web, but it's not a spider web, it's a cocoon.
Uh-huh.
But they do that over a whole bush. They'll like wrap it, that whole bush, and then like if you walk like you can't see it from far away, but if you walk up to it, you can see that inside that spider web there's like a ton of larvae.
Wow.
And that it's for like butterflies or whatever you call them, those one worms, caterpillars.
Yeah. Sally, I think your phone's ringing.
Oh, I don't want to talk to you.
I don't blame you. Call somebody else and bug them. Whatever you're selling, I don't want it.
Right.
I ain't buying. Oh my gosh. That's great.
Uh,
Oh,
I wish I could just pass out by a pool all summer long.
wouldn't that be awesome? You'd be really sunburned though.
I don't care. I'm so white. It's awful. I'm too white. I have no color to me.
Yes, Mr. Sadie. Answer world headquarters. That would be funny. I need to use that. Oh.
World headquarters, you've reached the Michigan division.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm fixing to become transparent too, Sherry. For Bob Shitters. Bob Shitters.
Porta Potty Express. How many you need?
Yep.
We pump them and dump them.
You shit, we haul.
Oh my gosh. That's just crazy.
You fill them, we spill them. My dad used to answer City Morgue. You stab them, we slab them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got kind of a busy day today. Got to mow and
It's gonna rain here.
we're supposed to get thunderstorms later on this afternoon, so
I'm thinking we must have had a thunderstorm this morning because Fuzzy was on my head when I woke up.
I just have a vision of that. Yeah, this white thing on your head.
He was just like, but I have pillows that my head's on, and then I have pillows above that. And he was on the pillows above that. So he wasn't like right on my head, but I woke up and I'm like, what are you doing up there?
Hey there, Tammy and Evan. Nifty deals. Just getting here. I'm late. It's all right. Better late
Hello.
than never. Welcome, welcome. What happened to Todd?
I don't know. I guess he was done.
Liz says we have a septic service here called Mountain Poo. Their
Oh,
logo looks just like Mountain Dew on their truck. Oh my gosh.
oh my God.
That's funny.
Seems to me I've seen that somewhere before.
I feel like I have too.
That's too funny. It's Tammy. Yeah, I remember you. Banana Spider probably got his ass. Is that what they call them, Hank? Is Banana Spider? I don't know.
Brandon says I have to go take out my packages.
Oh.
I don't know what's wrong with his legs today.
Oh yeah, I gotta do some packaging up. Get some of that stuff done and mow. And then hopefully get some listing done. We're doing clothes today. Yay.
Finally finishing up those hidden object games.
Oh, good.
Those listed. I figured out my numbers. If they all sell for what I've got them listing for, I should make about $1,300 profit. So I'm happy with that.
Very
Cool.
good. Yeah, I gotta get that done, and I don't know what else. Whatever comes my way. clothes and get some jewelry done and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Busy
So-
day. Julie says
Yeah.
busy day here. We got gotta go to gather and restock before all the classes start this weekend. That's yeah. You definitely got to do that. Get your stuff out there so it can be sold. Oh my gosh. Bye, Rita. Great day.
Maria.
Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. I hope everybody has a great one. Get some listing done, get some sales. It's going to be a great weekend for sales. And we'll see you all later. Bye, guys.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Hi.
I don't even know how to end.